Welcome. Today, we're diving into How to Be Both by Ollie Smith, a novel that stretches our ideas of time, identity, and the power of art. Through two interconnected stories set centuries apart, Smith explores how the past and present mirror each other in surprising ways. How to Be Both is a book with a unique structure. It's divided into two narratives, each focusing on a different character in a different time. But there's a twist. Ollie Smith published the book in two versions, where some copies start with one narrative, while others begin with the other. So, depending on your copy, you might start in the Renaissance or in the present day. This dual structure reinforces one of the book's main ideas: how different perspectives can shape our understanding of the same story. One narrative follows Francesco del Casa, a real-life Italian fresco painter from the Renaissance period, known for his stunning frescoes at the Palazzo Schifanoia in Ferrara, Italy. In Smith's reimagining, Francesco has a secret. They're a woman living as a man to pursue their art, challenging societal norms and expectations. In this way, Francesco becomes a symbol of fluid identity and the hidden layers within history. Smith's Franchesco grapples with gender, identity, and the constraints of a society that doesn't recognize their full self. Through this character, Smith questions the roles imposed by society and how art can allow a person to express their true nature, even in secret. As an artist, Francesco feels a profound connection to the power of images and storytelling. Through painting, Francesco captures not just physical appearances, but the essence of humanity. Francesco's sections are rich in vivid descriptions of colors, textures, and the challenges of creating art that's designed to last centuries. For Francesco, art becomes a way to transcend time, a theme central to the novel's message. Now, we shift to the second narrative, set in modern-day England, focusing on George, a teenage girl grappling with the sudden death of her mother. George's story is one of grief, memory, and self-discovery. She's a smart, introspective girl who finds herself deeply affected by her mother's passion for art, particularly the works of Francesco del Casa. George's journey begins with a simple curiosity about her mother's favorite artist, but it turns into an obsession that leads her to visit Francesco's frescoes in Italy. As George explores these artworks, she feels an unexpected connection with Francesco, bridging the gap between the 15th century and the present day. Through her mother's memory and Francesco's art, George starts to see how the past continues to shape the present. George's sections delve deeply into the theme of grief. She revisits memories of her mother, trying to understand the pieces of her life that remain. For George, Francesco's art becomes a way to keep her mother's spirit alive, reminding her that love, loss, and memory are forces that transcend time. Smith's choice to split the novel into two perspectives isn't just a structural decision, it's a thematic one. By showing us two lives separated by centuries, Smith encourages us to think about how human experiences, love, art, loss, and identity are timeless. The past and present constantly interact, with art serving as a bridge between them. As readers, we see how George's story and Francesco's story mirror each other. Both characters grapple with identity and the desire to be seen for who they truly are. George's grief and Francesco's struggle for artistic freedom highlight a shared human desire to connect and be remembered. At its core, How to Be Both is a meditation on art and identity. Francesco, as an artist, defies gender norms to pursue their calling, showing us the fluidity of identity and how art allows a person to transcend societal roles. George, in a modern setting, finds herself drawn to Francesco's work as a way to understand both her mother and herself. This connection across time invites readers to question how identity is constructed and whether it can ever be truly defined. Smith uses Francesco's character to explore ideas of gender fluidity long before modern discussions around the topic. By presenting Francesco as both male and female, Smith challenges the binary views of gender and suggests that identity is as layered as the frescoes Franchesco paints. Art becomes a language for these characters, transcending words and time. For Franchesco, frescoes are a way to leave a legacy, to capture the complexity of life. For George, art provides a way to hold on to her mother's memory and find a sense of purpose amid her grief. Smith suggests that art has the power to speak across centuries, uniting us through shared human experiences. Ollie Smith's writing style in How to Be Both is as unconventional as its structure. Her prose flows between poetic, fragmented passages and vivid descriptions, mirroring the emotional states of her characters. Smith often leaves sentences incomplete or presents ideas in a nonlinear way, inviting readers to actively piece the story together. This style reflects the themes of ambiguity and layered meaning in the novel. Smith's writing is intentionally ambiguous, making it feel as if you're in the minds of George and Franchesco. She lets emotions guide the narrative rather than strict chronology or plot, which draws readers deeper into the characters' inner worlds. Smith fills the novel with symbols of duality, past and present, life and death, male and female. Even the title, How to Be Both, hints at the novel's exploration of identity and the idea that people contain multitudes. This duality encourages readers to reflect on the multiple selves that exist within each of us. Mirrors, reflection, and doubling appear throughout the novel, reinforcing the theme that identity is fluid and multifaceted. Francesco's frescoes, which capture both reality and fantasy, serve as a metaphor for the novel structure, a work of art that transcends simple definitions. How to Be Both is more than a story, it's an experience. Smith challenges us to look beyond simple narratives and to think about how art, identity, and memory are deeply intertwined. By blending history with the present, she shows that our connections to the past shape who we are in ways we might not even realize. This novel is a reminder that the boundaries between times, identities, and art forms are often more flexible than they appear. If you're ready for a novel that pushes the boundaries of storytelling, How to Be Both is a journey worth taking.